Hello everyone, my name is Nikhil Sharma and I am a student of International Finance and Global Capital subject in Trinity Western University. Today, I'm going to talk about how Aramco, which is one of the world's biggest companies, raised money in 2025 by selling bonds. Also, we will see what happened, why it matters, and what it tells us about how money moves around the world. So let's begin. So coming to the first slide, so in 2025, like May 2025 and September 2025, Aramco did two big things to raise money. In May, they sold regular bonds, which are basically known as IOUs, to investors all over the world. Also, in September 2025, they sold Islamic bonds called Sukuk, which follows special rules for Muslims investors. In both of these times, lots of people wanted to buy these bonds, showing that Aramco is trusted and important in the world of money. In May, Aramco sold around $5 billion worth of bonds. They split this into three parts, with the money to be paid back in 2020, 2035, and 2030, 2035, and 2055. These bonds were sold in US dollars and listed on the London Stock Exchange, which is a very big marketplace for buying and selling investments. Investors from all over the world wanted in, and Aramco didn't have to offer extra rewards to attract buyers. People were already interested in Aramco's bond. In September 2025, Aramco sold around $3 billion in Islamic bonds called Sukuk, which we discussed in the previous slides. These are special because they follow Islamic finance rules, which means they don't pay interest but share profit instead. These were also sold in London investors stock exchange market. Investors were so eager that they accepted even lower returns than usual, which shows a lot of trust in Aramco. Now we will discuss why did Aramco do this. So, firstly, to get money from different kind of investors, not just one group. Second, to help pay for big projects in Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 plan. Third, to make sure they have enough cash for the future. And finally, the fourth one, to show they are a big player in both regular and Islamic finance. If we talk about the market impact and investor reaction, the reaction was very positive. Both types of bonds were more popular than expected. More people wanted to buy them than Aramco had to sell. This shows that investors think Aramco is a safe bet. The deal also made other companies in the region look good, and the Islamic bond helped Aramco reach new investors who want to follow their faith's rule. Let's talk about financial models and theories. If we talk about what these deals means to Aramco finances, especially something called WACC or weighted average cost of capital. WACC is like the average interest rate Aramco pays to use others people money both for borrowing, that is debt, and for selling shares, that is equities. The lower the WACC, the cheaper it is for Aramco to fund new projects. Let's discuss this. Here is a simple way to think about it. Aramco new bond pays between about 4.75% and 6.4% interest. Let's say Aramco cost of equity, that is the return shareholders expect, is about 9.5%. If Aramco's capital is about 60% debt, that are bonds, and 40% equity, that are shares, we can estimate WACC like this, like WACC is equals to 60% of 5.5% plus 40% of 9.5%, that is somewhere around 3.3% plus 3.8%, which comes to a total of 7.1%. So, Aramco's average cost to raise money is about 7.1%, because the new bond has lower interest rates than before Aramco WACC goes down. This means it's cheaper for them to invest in new projects, grow the business, and compete globally. Why does this matter? Let's see. So, as we know, lower WACC means Aramco can take on more projects and still make a profit. Investors see this as a sign of strength and good management. It also means Aramco can survive tough times better because their borrowing costs are lower. If we say in short, these bonds deals help Aramco save money and stay strong for future. Now, if we talk about global capital market context 2024, in 2025, the world's financial market were bouncing back after some tough times. Investors were looking for safe place to put their money, and Aramco's bond fit the bill. There's also a big trend towards digital finance, green investments, and following new rules. Islamic finance is growing too, even with some risk in the world. People want to invest in strong companies like Aramco. Looking at the big picture, the world economy was growing slowly, but new types of finance like digital and green investments were getting more popular. Experts talk about the 5Ds shaping finance. Countries trading less, focusing on clean energy, dealing with debt, using more technology, and changing populations. Aramco's success shows they are keeping up with these trends of the global capital market. Now we will discuss about lessons for global issuers. What can other companies learn? It's smart to get money from different sources, not just one. Having a good reputation and being open with investors helps a lot. Listing bonds on big exchange like London, which Aramco did, attracts more buyers, and timing and planning your bond sales carefully can get you the best deal. Now, to wrap up, Aramco's bond sales in 2025 set a new standard for companies in emerging market. We will probably see more creative ways to raise money, more focus on green and digital finance, and Gulf companies like Aramco will keep playing a big role as the world changes. Thanks for listening. Have a good day.